Yes, we are.
That's it for us for the Channel 4 News at 5 and 5:30. As always, we thank you very much for watching.
Chuck Henry and Ann Garcia, though, are in the newsroom right now with a look at what's new on the Channel 4 News at 6. Hello.
And coming up in just a few minutes from now at 6 o'clock, a man dies in LAPD custody. Were officers at fault?
I'm Laurel Erickson. How did Mauricio Cornejo die? Did police kill him? The story straight up at 6.
And the NASA love triangle. New claims from the alleged kidnapping victim that she was stalked for months by a fellow astronaut.
Also at 6 o'clock, it is a cousin to the kangaroo. Kind of looks like a kangaroo, doesn't it? Anyway, it's loose in a local neighborhood, but where did it come from?
Australia. Plus, it is very long hop. Also quite serious here. A felony arrest warrant issued today for Baldwin brother. It's next on the Channel 4 News at 6.
When you want breaking news, streaming media, and in-depth reports, log on to NBC4.tv for constantly updated coverage. NBC4.tv. Always on, always current.
We'll come to you tonight from New Orleans. A look at this city almost a year and a half since Katrina. That and the rest of the day's news straight ahead tonight here on NBC Nightly News.
Mr. Big Stuff. Papa John's Grand Papa Pizza. Oh, yeah. Big on taste and 30% bigger than our regular large. Loaded with any 3 of your favorite toppings. All for just $12.99. Now that's huge.
Here comes the bridesmaid. Look at that hair. Look at that shine. Look at that dress. Do you care? No. You got Hello Hydration from Herbal Essences. Say hello to a fusion of coconut milk, lush orchid, and moisturizers. Say hello to hair so luscious. There's nothing you can't pull off. Oh. Hello Hydration Collection from Herbal Essences.
Tell her how your love has grown with the Journey pendant for $89. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct from site holders and manufactures jewelry using the latest technology. Compare the top chain store's 91-point platinum band for $4,100 with the Jewelry Exchange's 1 carat for $1,390. 2-carat tunnel of love bracelets are $399, 3-stone $139, and 1-carat studs $399. The Jewelry Exchange guarantees their jewelry to appraise for double. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange in Tustin.
Listen, over the years, I know I've changed. Because when I look at myself in the mirror, I swear I am shaped like some kind of, egg thingy. Well, we called LA Weight Loss Centers and we lost 23 pounds in just 9 weeks. And now we're getting our old shape back. Okay, that was a total lie. I have never been this shape. I have never been this small. We look good. You getting some soon.
Call 1-800-526-LIMP. Save 25% off the program fee. Required LA Lights at regular price.
Everything evolves, including Caesar's Palace. Live famously.
Mr. Big Stuff. Papa John's Grand Papa Pizza. Oh, yeah. Big on taste and 30% bigger than our regular large. Loaded with any 3 of your favorite toppings. All for just $12.99. Now that's huge.
Reese and Ryan, the first interview about their divorce. Next Extra.
Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 6.
He died in an LAPD jail cell, and now his death is under investigation, and it has angered people who knew him in this East Los Angeles community. Good evening. I'm Chuck Henry.
And I'm Anna Garcia. Now, witness claims that she saw police hitting Mauricio Cornejo with batons when he was taken into custody. He died at Hollenbach Division just a few hours later. Channel 4's Laurel Erickson is live in downtown right now with the very latest on the investigation. Laurel?
Well, the question, of course, is how were the police beating this man with batons, if in fact they were? The family says there was excessive force. They want an investigation by the city. They want help from the FBI. The police say this guy was carrying a loaded .45 caliber gun that he threw away. Autopsy today should have told what happened. Was there a brain hemorrhage? Was it something else? The results deferred. More tests and more study.
See him there? He's walking. Now look at the swing. Bam, right there. See how he ducks forward? It did strike him.
A defense attorney says this videotape shows 31-year-old Mauricio Cornejo walking toward a police squad car, officers standing nearby. The question, was he killed by repeated blows to the head and chest from police? Did Cornejo carry a gun? Did Cornejo start a fight with officers? Residents of Ramona Gardens housing project say the cops beat Cornejo even after he was handcuffed. They washed cars today to raise money for a funeral. Cornejo was the only brother in a family of many, many sisters.
We have two real solid witnesses that are saying that once Mr. Cornejo was already handcuffed and detained and restrained, that some officers came and kicked him in the head, and him would also hit him with a baton numerous times.
He turned around and came back and charged at the officers, and at that point, there was a fight between the two officers and the suspect.
LAPD claims Cornejo was stopped on a traffic violation, fled, threw away a .45 caliber gun, and was later found to have narcotics on him.
After that fight, the officers took him into custody, handcuffed him, placed him into the police car. He continued to be resistive to the officers to the point that they had to use a strap around his ankles to keep him from kicking the officers as they put him into the car.
LAPD says officers called an ambulance to remove Cornejo from a jail cell at Hollenbeck when the inmate said he could not breathe. Okay, just a little while ago, we got some new video out at Ramona Gardens. Let's go to that now. The police moved in incredible force. The police say that they did so to show that they were keeping the peace. Ramona Gardens is actually under a gang injunction, the Hazards gang there, and that means they are not supposed to congregate. So when these folks were gathered for the car wash, it presents for both sides. The police say that Cornejo is a parolee. Attorney for the family say that there's no life-threatening involved in the sentence. He is the father of a young boy. Reporting live from Parker Center, Channel 4 News.
Now to breaking news out of Las Vegas, Nevada, where construction workers have been killed in a work-night accident on the Strip. Two other workers injured in the accident. Here is what happened. A 3,000-pound wall collapsed at the MGM Mirage City Center project. That's just south of the Bellagio Hotel. This was a foundation wall. That means it was at ground level. It was being hoisted in position when it fell on the workers below. The City Center project is a massive $7 billion condominium and retail project. Another unusually warm day, at least for February, and Fritz Coleman here. Tell us more about it, Fritz.
Yes, no records today, folks, but many warm temperatures. Look at those days, the National Weather Service. 80 downtown Malibu, really showing the return of the cool, moist onshore flow at 59 degrees, 77 here at Burbank Airport, 82 in Woodland Hills, 77 in the Antelope Valley, 63 at Newport. Fog developing from Venice down to the Long Beach area, and we really see the effect of the ocean coming ashore, and it could be the precursor to a chance of rain. How much of a chance of rain and when? We'll talk about it in my live Weather Plus forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you. We learned tonight that astronaut Lisa Marie Nowak may have been stalking her Air Force captain, Colleen Shipman, for as much as 2 months before being arrested in Orlando. Nowak got out of jail this morning on $25,000 bail after being charged with attempted murder and attempted kidnapping. Prosecutors claim Nowak donned a wig and a trench coat and confronted Shipman at the Orlando airport. They claim she saw Shipman as a rival for the affections of fellow astronaut Bill O'Fallon. Prosecutors opposed bail, but Nowak's attorney prevailed.
This is a member of the Armed Forces on active duty assigned in Texas. So we're not going to have a problem with her being back here.
Nowak must wear a GPS tracking device, and in court documents filed yesterday, Shipman sought a restraining order against Nowak and accused her of stalking her for as long as 2 months. And Shipman also accused Nowak of using government resources and computers to get private information about her.
Police in the Playa del Rey area are still trying to determine exactly what led to a double stabbing at a high school basketball game. Investigators say the trouble apparently started after the basketball game at St. Bernard's High School. An unruly crowd began to vandalize, and then they turned their attention to one particular teenager and attacked him.
And several of those people who were part of that violent group attacking that individual were members of a gang.
The teenager who was attacked and another teen were critically stabbed, but both are in stable condition at this hour. Neither victim was a student at the school, and there's been no arrests in this case yet.
Tonight, a 12-year-old Montebello boy is expected to survive after being wounded in a drive-by shooting there. The search continues for suspects. Broken glass and bullet holes mark the site of last night's attack on Walnut Avenue. Police say the boy was taking out the trash when he was shot in the abdomen. Police say that his older brother was the intended target. The wounded boy is hospitalized in serious but stable condition after undergoing surgery.
Today, the 9th and final defendant in that racially divisive Long Beach Halloween beating case was sentenced today. The teenager was sentenced to probation and community service ending the long emotional proceedings in court. Channel 4's Doug Kriegel reports.
What a final day in this trial. The last teenage defendant and her firefighter father wept openly in court. They apologized to the victims and asked the judge for mercy. This final defendant, Allison, a student at Long Beach State, was the chaperone and driver on Halloween that night in Long Beach, where 3 women were severely beaten and injured, 9 juveniles convicted of the crime. In court today, Allison's father, a firefighter, cried as he told the judge his daughter had an excellent school record, never been in trouble. Finally, Judge Gibson Lee agreed that Allison would be the only defendant who didn't have to endure 60 days house arrest, but she would still be on probation.
We recommended home on probation for Allison with no 60 days of electronic monitoring, or house arrest as it's called, because in her case, it's not necessary.
Allison's family left the courthouse without commenting, but a spokesperson for the families of the 9 defendants defended their children.
Our children were wrongly identified, arrested, convicted, and sentenced for a crime that we believe they did not commit.
This incident isn't over yet. 2 15-year-old boys are also accused of beating those 3 women with intent to commit great bodily harm and hate crimes. They are expected to face the judge next month. Doug Kriegel, Channel 4 News.
A rather unusual wildlife incident right here in Southern California today. A wallaby. Yes, I can't help it. I have to look at the wallaby. So cute. Somehow.
Green there.
Yeah, well, he's green, yeah. Got loose in Fontana and went
Ireland.
wandering the streets. Channel 4's Mary Parks live right now with the story. Mary, please explain about the wallaby.
Well, you know what's so funny? All anyone talked about the last couple of weeks was the snow that we had here in Fontana, and now it's the wallaby. This little furry creature made its way through the gate of a house where someone was watching or babysitting this animal, made its way down the street and had some freedom for about 2 hours. A kangaroo! A kangaroo! Look! Shortly after dawn, this North Fontana neighborhood was jumping.
I see it. There he is. There he is. Kangaroo Jack.
My brother woke up this morning, came outside, and he seen a kangaroo. I was like, you need to stop lying. It's too early in the morning.
But Skylar Torulella ran outside with her camera and recorded this home video.
I never thought a kangaroo would be in Fontana.
Not exactly a kangaroo, a wallaby. His name, Walter, who was being cared for by his owner's friend. Walter broke free from the backyard of his babysitter's home in the 1400 block of Idaho. Lisa Pittman lives next door and mistook Walter for his larger cousin, the kangaroo.
And I just walked along with him. He'd stop, he'd look around, eat some grass, and walk and go to the next grass. We were very scared. We really were. We were like, okay, we're amazed that we see this, but yet we're not going to go too close because we don't know.
After a short foot chase, Walter was cornered in a neighbor's backyard and surrendered quietly. Walter's babysitter faces a citation for having a wild animal. She declined to talk with reporters, but neighborhood children had plenty to say about their furry visitor. Bet that's never happened in Fontana before.
It never has in my entire life we lived here.
Well, and perhaps never again. Now, no one was injured. Walter didn't cause any kind of damage, and Fish and Game told us it's not illegal to have a wallaby here in California as long as you have a special permit. I'm Mary Parks reporting live, Channel 4 News.
It's not
Grabbing
illegal.
by the tail.
Not illegal to have them.
Okay, that's interesting. Walmart facing an expensive and very historic lawsuit. We'll have the details coming up for you.
Then an arrest warrant issued for actor Daniel Baldwin. Find out why.
Plus, a man who was desperate to sneak into the United States. What tipped off the Border Patrol agents? Next on the news at 6 o'clock.
Nice catch. But why not come to Hometown Buffet for savory crab cakes, buttered crumb Alaska pollock, sweet orange shrimp, and more. All for one low price. 3 from the sea, Thursday through Saturday nights, only at Hometown Buffet.
This is the all-new CR-V, redesigned with a whole new viewpoint on styling and engineering. This is the Ridgeline, the first truck with a lockable in-bed trunk and a 5-star crash test safety rating. The Pilot, it seats 8 and has 244 horsepower. And the Element, which can reconfigure itself in 64 different ways. Honda Trucks, adding innovation to every adventure.
Are you living with mood swings? Do you have periods of feeling up and then feeling down? You may be experiencing the symptoms of bipolar disorder. Symptoms can include periods of depression that alternate with times of unusual confidence, racing thoughts, and irritability. Pharmacology Research Institute is currently studying an investigational medication for bipolar depression. If you experience times of depression followed by times of increased physical and mental energy, you may qualify. Call Pharmacology Research Institute at 888-PRI-HOPE.
This Groundhog's Day, Punxsutawney Phil didn't see his shadow. So the next 6 weeks should feel more like spring. In those same 6 weeks, Cheerios could help lower your cholesterol 4%. Cheerios, 4% in 6 weeks. Now's the time.
Now your heart-healthy choice can be a chance to help others. Join Cheerios' Circle of Helping Hearts. For every box you buy, Cheerios will donate $1 to support women's heart health.
There are two paths a child can take. For over 25 years, we've been helping children choose the right one. Communities and schools, helping kids stay in school and prepare for life.
How do Camry, Accord, and the all-wheel drive Ford Fusion compare on style? Car and Driver asks 600 of its readers.
The stance is aggressive. When you look at it just parked, it looks nice.
The Fusion's a good-looking car. I mean, of the three, I think it's the best looking.
Ford Fusion, a winner in styling, and Smart Money Magazine's best new car value.
Lease a front-wheel drive Fusion SC for only $259 a month, with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing after Ford's rebate. Just sign and drive.
Log on to elpolloloco.com for your chance to create your own Pollo Bowl and enter for a chance to win a getaway to see The Apprentice finale live.
A judge in Orange County has issued a $25,000 arrest warrant for this man, Daniel Baldwin, the brother of fellow actors Alex, William, and Stephen. This is some videotape of the actors shooting a movie some years ago. Baldwin failed to show up in a Newport Beach court for his arraignment on felony charges for unlawfully taking a vehicle and receiving stolen property. Police say that last November, Baldwin was picked up driving a GMC Yukon that had been reported stolen. Investigators say they also found drugs in a motel room that was used by the actor.
Tonight, border agents in Calexico have filed human smuggling charges against a man who allegedly tried to sneak an undocumented Chinese immigrant across the Mexican border in a modified glove compartment. Agents became suspicious, they say, when they spotted what looked like a man's foot under the dash. They eventually tore the car's dashboard apart to free the man, who was in fair condition. The passenger, a citizen of mainland China, is being held as a material witness against the driver.
A class action lawsuit charging that Walmart discriminated against women is moving forward tonight. The world's largest discount retailer is accused of paying female employees less than men and passing women over for promotions. A federal appeals court today upheld a 2004 decision allowing this case to go to trial. The lawsuit puts Walmart at risk of paying billions of dollars in damages, making it the largest sex bias case ever in U.S. history.
Anna Nicole Smith and the company Trim Spa have been named a class action lawsuit tonight, alleging the marketing of their weight loss pill is false and misleading. Smith is a spokesperson for Trim Spa. The plaintiffs filed a claim here in Los Angeles seeking specific damages. The lawyer said that today his client has not seen the lawsuit. Last month, the Federal Trade Commission announced Trim Spa would pay $1.5 million to settle allegations that the company's weight loss claims were unsubstantiated.
As Fritz shows a moment ago, another warm day today. So the question now is, how long is it going to stay in the 70s and 80s? Fritz will have the forecast in just a moment.
But first, this ancient technique may help you lose weight. Dr. Bruce has the scientific evidence next.
Are you planning your next career move? Log on to NBCjobs.com or call the NBC Job Line for the latest job openings at NBC4, Telemundo 52, or KY22.
Some car dealers say they're no haggle like CarMax. But are they really no haggle on everything? At CarMax, we clearly mark our prices on every car, and you get that low price without having to work for it. You see all of your finance options up front, so you can choose the right plan for you. And we don't play games with your trade-in. We'll make you an offer good for 7 days. For a no-haggle car buying experience every step of the way, start your search at CarMax. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
NBC tonight on Dateline, To Catch a Predator. The first outdoor meeting, and we caught it all on tape.
the hunt for a sniper. But the twist is who hired him.
Why am I not surprised?
And on SVU, when children are used as guinea pigs, a detective will risk her job to stop it.
I think that's worth it.
All new To Catch a Predator, Intent and SVU, tonight on NBC.
Mr. Big Stuff. Papa John's Grand Papa Pizza. Oh, yeah. Big on taste and 30% bigger than our regular large. Loaded with any 3 of your favorite toppings, all for just $12.99. Now that's huge. The Grand Papa Pizza with your choice of any 3 toppings for $12.99. Call or order online.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Circuit City place to find the latest computers from Toshiba, the new Microsoft Windows Vista operating system, powered by Intel Centrino Duo mobile technology. Stop by a store near you or circuitcity.com today to see Toshiba's huge selection of powerful notebook computers, like this Toshiba Satellite with Intel Centrino Duo and Vista Premium operating system. Now just $849.99 after $150 instant rebate.
An Accord can reflect many things. A higher standard of fuel economy, a commitment to a lower cost of ownership, a forward-thinking approach to design, and a total appreciation for the pure pleasure of driving. The Accord from Honda. You might say it's the perfect reflection of you.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Sounds amazing, but there's a new way using an ancient technique to lose weight without taking medicine and without feeling too hungry. Channel 4's medical editor, Dr. Bruce Hensel, has details of a Mayo Clinic study. Dr. Bruce?
That's right. It came out of a very reputable place, Anna. The study looked at acupuncture, already proven to treat pain as a way to control appetite, and it showed there really is scientific basis for believing it works.
Dad, your turn.
Kevin Rydberg stays away from candy except in games like these because of a lifelong problem.
I became overweight about 4th or 5th grade.
As time went on, Kevin had more and more trouble, peaking at 420 pounds.
If I didn't get healthy and lose the weight, and that I didn't have much of a future with my kids.
Pills that curb appetite may cause you to be jittery. Other medicines that interfere with fat absorption may cause stomach or intestinal discomfort. Kevin had gastric bypass surgery.
I lost a lot of weight, like 160 pounds.
But then the appetite came back.
Maybe a gumdrop would taste good right now.
Instead, Kevin turned to acupuncture. The theory, the tiny needles interfere with electrical lines that may stimulate hunger.
I'm starting to feel things moving around already.
The latest research leads Mayo Clinic scientists to think the needles may also cause the release of chemicals that can be helpful.
Regardless of which system you believe, somehow it seems to have a very profound effect on a lot of different illnesses.
Mayo Clinic's Brent Bauer says in addition to controlling appetite, acupuncture may help treat depression, stress, anxiety, and addiction, all of which may play a role in weight gain. And controlling them leads to weight loss. Now, of course, this won't surprise you. The study shows acupuncture works best when used with good nutrition and exercise, but it promotes those things. More information on the study and nutrition available at our website, NBC4.tv. Click on Health. You'll find the latest health news, my stories, and a comprehensive A to Z guide. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Bruce. And now to look into your immediate future, let's go downstairs to Fritz Coleman.
That's right. Well, you know, it'll be interesting to see what we look back and name this winter. People in Chicago and Detroit and the Midwest and Northeast may name it the winter of the Arctic blast. We may have to name our winter the winter of the near miss, because here we go again, forecasting rain, and that storm gets right up to the coast of California, loses its strength, juts to the northeast, and we have another near miss on our hands. Here are real-time numbers here from Live Weather Plus Doppler. A beautiful day and a comfortable evening. 58 degrees at Malibu, 61 at Burbank, 60 at Anaheim, and 57 degrees at Huntington. Now, I want to show you computer projections, what we call Futurecast, that shows where the rain will be 2 days out. Here's our dilemma. Center of the low off the central and northern California coast. Look where all the moisture goes. Right along the northern coast up through San Francisco and inland up into the northern Sierra. And look how close it gets to Southern California. About as close as we see this swath of moisture is 7:30 tomorrow morning. Then it all shunts to the northeast, up and away, and we have another near miss. Maybe the mountains of Santa Barbara, Ventura County, a little shower. We're going to call it a 30% chance of rain tomorrow afternoon and evening. That's about as much as we can do. And here we go again. It'll taper off to 20 on Thursday, 10% on Friday and Saturday, and then our greatest chance of rain, which we talked about yesterday, which seems to be fairly consistent in all the computer models, ought to be Sunday at 40 or 50%. Better than nothing. Partly cloudy skies, east wind, still an offshore flow at 5 miles an hour, overnight lows in the 40s. Had some fog along the coast tonight. That shows the ocean is once again influencing our weather. Partly cloudy skies, a 30% chance afternoon and evening, cooler daytime highs. Maybe a 10-degree drop in temperatures wherever you are tomorrow. 1 degree warmer tonight, however, upper 40s to about 51 downtown. Highs tomorrow, Inland Empire, 71 at Riverside and San Bernardino, 77 in the low desert. Along the coast, mid and upper 60s generally. Not any different than you'll find in the intermediate valley. 65 up in Palmdale and Lancaster, 62 at Santa Clarita. Here's the 7-day. So it's a 30% chance tomorrow, late in the day, 20% Thursday, 10%, not worth mentioning, partly cloudy skies Friday and Saturday, 40 to 50 on Sunday. Here's hoping. Maybe we'll have better news on the 11. See you then.
There's always hope. Operation Valentine, that's coming up next at 6.
How a pair of self-proclaimed bargain shoppers are showing the love to local troopers.
Clippers are in the Big Apple, but you know what? It doesn't taste good. You like Stairmasters? We've got a race for you. And a local prep star gives his program a major makeover. His story's coming up.
Then new tonight on the Channel 4 News at 11. Road wars on our streets. Bikes and cars all vying for the same space, and all too often people get hurt. Also new at 11, guess what they found inside? A surprise. In fact, several of them. Those stories and all the late-breaking news tonight after an all-new Law & Order SVU on Southern California's #1 newscast, the Channel 4 News at 11.
Next Extra, Reese and Ryan, the emotional first interview about their divorce.
It's the most difficult time in my life.
How Ryan's coping today. Then Ellen to Glamorous, her incredible new shots in W. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7. Jim finally reveals his deepest feelings for Jenny McCarthy.
I don't like to flash those words around in public. You know, they're for her.
And why he hasn't proposed yet. You're kidding.
Next Access Hollywood. Tonight at 7:30.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander. Out everything. Everything.
I was walking down the street. I saw a poster.
This Wednesday is Mervyn's 12-hour clearance blowout. We're opening late to save you more. And we've taken thousands of drastic markdowns overnight to bring you this incredible store-wide clearance blowout. All items originally $4 to $14 are now $2. All items originally $15 to $29 are now $4. All items originally $30 and up are now $6. Don't miss this final winter sale and clearance. Mervyn's 12-hour clearance blowout. Wednesday only, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Car and Driver invited 600 of its readers to test drive Camry, Accord, and the all-wheel drive Ford Fusion.
And I thought the Ford Fusion had a new, modern, different look.
It's something totally different than Ford's ever done. I think it's a 100% home run.
On performance, handling, and styling, Ford Fusion wins. Now just sign and drive off. It's that simple.
Lease the front-wheel drive Fusion SC for only $259 a month with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing after Ford's rebate. Just sign and drive.
Mom, these are awesome. You used to fit into these?
Total, 100 calories to help you lose weight. 100% whole grain to help keep your shape.
Hey, sweetie, I want those back.
Totally manage your weight. Try more great flavors from Total. They're totally delicious.
You're looking at the unit body structure of one of the most well-built sedans in America. Its reputation for quality and reliability are unmatched. Its commitment to safety uncompromising. This is the soul of every Accord we make. Then we pour our hearts into it. And that completes the picture. The Accord from Honda.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Fred's here now. Time for sports.
All right, Andy, here we go. As UCLA gets ready to host USC tomorrow night, the school announced they have selected an architectural firm to prepare preliminary drawings for a new and expanded Pauley Pavilion. The school wants to dedicate the new arena on October 14th, 2010, which would be John Wooden's 100th birthday. NBA, Mike Dunn leaving the Clippers in New York for the third stop of a 7-game road trip. Elton Brand off to another nice start. Fall-away jumper helped the Clippers go on a 10-1 run. How about Tim Thomas? Certainly been a force of late after a slow start. Monster one-handed jam over David Lee left the Knicks forward with quite the shiner. Clippers led throughout the first half. Sam Cassell drove to the hole for the bucket and the foul. Clippers up 10 at the break, but the Knicks have since rallied back. David Lee, shiner and all, with the layup, giving New York its first lead of the night. Right now in the fourth, they lead the Clippers 70-64. Lakers off until Thursday when they take on Detroit. Not a high school hoops. Don't let the Mohawk fool you here. Sun Valley Poly High's DJ Gay is a serious player. Mario Solis has more.
He's a heart and soul of Poly's recent success. Almost single-handedly, DJ Gay has turned around a program that used to be invisible.
When he came here, we were an average team. He's made us, along with the other guys, into who we are.
A playoff-bound team for the third straight year. The city section undisputed scoring leader is considered the best player to wear the Sun Valley Poly uni since Gail Goodrich.
Just to know what he's done and, Hall of Famer and everything, Lakers, UCLA, all I can say is thank you.
When Gay is in the zone, it's almost impossible to avoid the Kobe syndrome. 4 players standing around, letting DJ do his thing.
Yes, it does happen, yet I work extremely hard to avoid it. The last thing I want is, DJ and his Musketeers.
My goal is not to come out here and score 40, 50 points a game. My goal is to win.
But Gay is not content with writing history through his stats.
I think there's other kids that are maybe going through the same things I did. So I like to, just write on my experiences and how my life was going through my 4 years of high school and what came with it.
Mario Solis, Channel 4 Sports.
Gay originally committed to Irvine, now appears headed to San Diego State. Quick football note, UCLA head coach Carl Durrell has agreed to a contract extension through the 2011 season, but incentives could make more than $1.3 million. And in hockey, Lola Kings in Champa losing to the Lightning 2-1 in San Jose. Finally, insanity on parade today in New York for the 30th annual Empire State Run. 290 brave souls all had one mind, climbing to the top of the observatory deck. In all, there are 1,576 steps, and as you would expect, some were quicker than others. A German man won for the second year in a row in a time of just over 10 minutes. While the last one up was the 77-year-old Brooklyn man who was the oldest competitor in the event. He, a true stairmaster. All right, we'll see you at 11 o'clock.
Wow. 10 minutes. That is. This is what you call labor. Volunteers with Operation Baby Valentine spend days sorting, folding, and boxing clothes. For children whose parents are fighting overseas, this project over $5,000.
The children will benefit. The parents will be at ease knowing that they're being taken care of while they're deployed.
Kids, their parents are on the line. They're putting their lives out, and they're home with that parent. And so, from our hearts to theirs, for what they're doing for our country.
Operation Baby Valentine. The group accepts used clothes but prefer cash. Why? So they can buy new items. And the items will be Valentine gifts to the children of deployed soldiers from here.
The right gift for the right age child. The kids. See? I know. It sounds a little cold sometimes when you say money, but there's a reason. In case you're not, it's like Wednesday, which Chuck keeps forgetting. Wednesday.
There we go.
That's it for us. Next on NBC News, Brian Williams reports from Louisiana. We'll look at Katrina. Good night, everyone.
Back at 11.